Well, talk about the law of unintended consequences. How does this one grab you, folks? Turns out that thanks to Donald Trump's electoral victory, America's Jewish and Muslim communities are now embracing one another. Oh, it's true, it's true. Well, it's true according to Bernie Farber, who recently penned a superb piece of speculative fiction in Now magazine, Toronto's unofficial playbook for social justice warriors. Farber is the former head of the Canadian Jewish Congress and a failed Ontario Liberal Party candidate. He now heads up something called the Mosaic Institute, which is self-billed as a think tank that creates platforms for learning and dialogue amongst diverse Canadian communities to advance justice, promote peace, and reduce conflict. And if you have a problem with that, well, Bernie might just haul you in front of a human rights tribunal. He's a big fan of doing that sort of thing. In any event, why does Farber believe that American Muslims and Jews are coming together thanks to President-elect Trump? Well, silly goose, it's all that rampant right-wing extremism breaking out everywhere. We're talking Klansmen and Nazis and skinheads, oh my. So much so that, according to Farber, quote, for the first time in memory, distinguished members of both the American Jewish and Muslim communities are coming together to form what can only be seen as a defensive alliance, end quote. Yeah, a defensive alliance. Oh, by the way, the distinguished Jewish and Muslim groups Farber points to are the American Jewish Committee and the Islamic Society of North America, or ISNA. Now, if ISNA rings a bell, it's for good reason. In the U.S., the parent of ISNA was listed by the Justice Department as an unindicted co-conspirator in a terror funding trial. Now, while this organization was never charged with any crime, Toronto Sun columnist Tarek Fatah notes that prosecutors listed ISNA's parent as one of the entities who are and or were members of the U.S. Muslim Brotherhood. Of course, that sort of odious baggage didn't stop Justin Trudeau from spending an evening at ISNA's Islamic Center just west of Toronto during Ramadan in 2013. Oh, distinguished indeed. In any event, Farber reiterates that because of Trump's victory, quote, the small number of neo-Nazis who are now feeling emboldened on the continent must not be underestimated. Trump's language and racist promises have lit a fire in the belly of bigots and racists, end quote. And then towards the end of his commentary, Farber finally offers a tangible example of bona fide white supremacist domestic terrorism. Can you possibly guess what it is? Yes, Farber references the Oklahoma City bombing that killed 165 innocent people. Timothy McVeigh's crime was despicable, no argument here. But could somebody please buy Mr. Farber a calendar for Hanukkah? As we head into 2017, Farber can only draw upon an act of white supremacist terrorism that dates back to 1995? Oh, by way of contrast, according to the website thereligionofpeace.com, since 9/11 alone, there have been almost 30,000 acts of terror in the name of Allah. The latest one, probably today. Yet, according to Farber, radical Islam isn't the world's most pressing security problem. It's the election of Donald Trump, something that will surely lead to more Timothy McVeighs coming out of the woodwork. Thank goodness, then, that as Farber notes, American Muslims and Jews are now watching each other's backs for that impending deadly white lash that's going to erupt any minute now. Well, maybe, perhaps, one day. Did we mention the Oklahoma City bombing yet? For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.